the real reason why Andrew Wiggins is missing and how he may be done playing for the Golden State Warriors for a long time. So as you all know, Andrew Wiggins has been missing for about 3 weeks now. So in today's video, we're going to be going through one of the rumored reasons why Andrew Wiggins has been away from the Golden State Warriors, and also going through 3 things that the Golden State Warriors can do to make up for while Andrew Wiggins is gone if they play the rest of the season without him on the roster. So make sure to like this video, and guys, 92% of you are still not subscribed to the channel, so it'd mean the world if you could subscribe to the channel, hit that red button down below. So first, let's get into the rumored reason why we haven't seen Andrew Wiggins for some time now. As you all know, Andrew Wiggins has been away, and it has a lot of people questioning, especially Warriors fans, where is actually Andrew Wiggins? Now, Stephen Curry was recently asked this in a post-game interview, and here is what he had to say about the whole situation.
Friend to friend, teammate to teammate, just sending him support. It's a tough situation in terms of him being away for so long, but necessary. Life is bigger than basketball, and whatever him and his family going through, that's all that matters. And whenever he's ready to come back, I'm sure he will. That's how he's built in terms of being available, and I know he's missing the vibe and being with us, and we miss him too. So. It's interesting. There's such a big spotlight on what we do on a daily basis, and the fact that we have so many people that rely on us on a daily basis. To be able to give that energy back to your family is huge. So we support him in all of that, and whenever he's ready to come back, he'll be back.
So as you all know, Twitter loves to investigate, and recently on Twitter, it has been going viral because there is this video on TikTok that has got the attention of many, especially on Twitter, that this man, who I don't really know if he has any affiliation with actually Andrew Wiggins or the Golden State Warriors, has actually claimed that the reason why Andrew Wiggins has been gone is that his girlfriend cheated on Andrew Wiggins' best friend, and the kids are not actually his own. So this is honestly a huge story, and if this is a false claim, it is very bad for this person to make a huge claim like this. Now, like I mentioned, this is just a rumor. I am not saying it is true whatsoever, but this has been going around at Twitter for the last couple of days. Now, Andrew Wiggins' wife has actually gone out on Twitter to say that this is completely false. However, a lot of people on Twitter, or even just the basketball world in general, do not seem to actually believe her and think it's all hearsay, thearsay. So when it comes down to this, I honestly do think that Andrew Wiggins is having a bit of a family problem due to the fact that especially Stephen Curry in this interview and other players in the past like Jordan Poole have mentioned in the interview that it is bigger than basketball and it is something going on behind the scenes. So it's definitely something that isn't basketball related. It's not an injury. It's probably not anything to do with the actual game of basketball, but something to do for personal reasons of a family matter. Now, a lot of people believe that the front office should definitely know what is actually going on with Andrew Wiggins. So here's what Steve Kerr had to say about the whole situation.
Well, I mean, the only thing that matters is just giving Andrew the space that he needs to deal with what he's going through, and that's what we're doing. So nothing else really matters. The focus of the team or the games or whatever. It's just basketball. So he's dealing with something that's important to him and personal, and so we're giving him space, and simple as that.
Wiggins is my brother. I've been talking to him over the course of these 3 weeks, and obviously we're giving him strength and all of the support that he needs. And whenever he's ready to come back, whenever he's ready to join the team, he will. And I think our staff and organization is doing an amazing job of allowing him to really spend his time with his family. We're just going to hold it down as best as we can until he gets back, and I think he knows that we all have his back, and he can take as much time as he needs, and we're all a really good support system, and wishing nothing but the best, obviously.
I guess in what ways are you guys like uplifting him?
Yeah, you don't want to crowd people or overwhelm them with messages or calls or FaceTimes or anything. You just check in here and there. If he wants to respond, he does. He doesn't have to. It's more so just a genuine, authentic feeling of reaching out, letting them know that we're praying for you or whatever the situation is. So everybody has their own different form of support, but that's my guy, and I'm praying for him, and I'm sure he'll be good.
So like I mentioned, this is all just rumors, but I do hope Andrew Wiggins is safe, and hopefully all you Warriors fans as well pray for him that he will be okay. But let's get into the 3 reasons what I think the Golden State Warriors need to do in order to continue to make the playoffs without Andrew Wiggins and win another NBA championship. So the first thing we're going to get into is talking about how Dante DiVincenzo will now probably be the starting small forward. As you all noticed, the Golden State Warriors have been playing for some time now without Andrew Wiggins, and Dante DiVincenzo has actually made his way into the starting lineup and is now the starting small forward. Now Dante DiVincenzo actually is only 6'4", 203 pounds, so he isn't really a small forward position, but he has done a fantastic job ever since Wiggins has been away to really provide something for this team that they need. Now so far this season he's averaging 9.3 points, also 4.4 rebounds and 3.4 assists. Now as you all know, he was getting a lot more less minutes earlier on in the season, but ever since he has been playing more than 30 plus minutes a game, his averages have gone up just a little bit to 10.7 points, 5.6 rebounds and 3.8 assists. So he's done a fantastic job there. But what Wiggins has that Dante DiVincenzo also provides is definitely that defense and that on-ball defense that is definitely needed. DiVincenzo is a great defender, and one of the things he does very, very well is definitely stealing the ball. And I think his on-ball defense, whether it's someone who is 6'6", 6'7", DiVincenzo has been able to lock them up and do a fantastic job at that. DiVincenzo also can be a great scorer. I do think that Stephen Curry and Klay Thompson are obviously the main scorers of the team, but if DiVincenzo needs to score, he can definitely put on a show. In the most recent game against the Milwaukee Bucks, who is his former team, he actually was able to put up 20 points, 10 rebounds, and 3 assists in that game. And another most recent game against the Portland Trail Blazers, he also dropped 21 points in that matchup, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, while also hitting 5 threes in that matchup. So he can definitely get hot in a hurry, and I think DiVincenzo definitely does fit the same role that Wiggins was playing. Unfortunately, it is sad to not see Wiggins in this lineup, but I think DiVincenzo has done a fantastic job and will continue to do a fantastic job into the next half of this season. Obviously, playoffs are around the corner, and I think this is definitely the lineup they are going to be running for the rest of the season, and if they make very, very far in the playoffs. So we're looking at Steph Curry at point guard, Klay Thompson at shooting guard, Dante DiVincenzo at small forward, Draymond Green at power forward, and then Kevon Looney at center. Now, I'm really liking the lineup, and I think DiVincenzo will fit very well, and it's great to still have other players coming off the bench that are very good and can provide that power that they need for the second unit. The second is that Jonathan Kaminga needs to become Andrew Wiggins 2.0. Now, I think this is very important because, as you all know, Andrew Wiggins has been a fantastic player for this Golden State Warriors team, and he was also definitely close to being a finals MVP if Steph Curry wasn't there. But they wouldn't have won without Steph, so that's not what I'm trying to say. But Andrew Wiggins was definitely an integral part to that playoff series, and I do think Kaminga definitely fits the bill of being that Andrew Wiggins that they need. Jonathan Kaminga, as you all know, stands at 6'8", 210 pounds. He pretty much is an athletic freak and is pretty much exactly the same as Andrew Wiggins. The only thing that he does miss is definitely his three-point shooting that Wiggins has developed over some time now, and that's why I think Kaminga definitely needs to step it up in all facets in order to be a very integral part to this team, especially when it comes to the playoffs and championship time. Now, Jonathan Kaminga is still a very young player at 20 years old. Do not get me wrong, obviously he needs development, but now it's time to put on a show because I think Kaminga has had the opportunity for some time now to really show out, and now is his opportunity with Andrew Wiggins sitting out. Now, Jonathan Kaminga so far this season has averaged 9.3 points, 1.8 assists, and 3.3 rebounds, and I do see his minutes increasing because right now it stands at around 18 minutes per game, which is 2 minutes extra from last season. So it's definitely going to go up to around 25, 27 minutes at times depending on lineups, and Kaminga has finally the opportunity to actually be a star for this team. Now, when Kaminga actually gets over 30 plus minutes, he does play very well. In the most recent game against the New Orleans Pelicans, where he got 32 minutes, he was actually able to drop 19 points, 7 rebounds, and 4 steals in that matchup, and he did a fantastic job on defense when it came to on-ball defense, locking down players such as Brandon Ingram, CJ McCollum, and also even Jonas Valanciunas at times. So he's definitely playing more of that power forward, small forward position, which is exactly what Andrew Wiggins did throughout the whole of this season and also last season. So Kaminga definitely has that great opportunity to actually do so, and I think he is capable of it, even though he is still a very young player. I know he is still very young, but I do think when it comes to what Jonathan Kaminga can really bring to this team, it's definitely the youth and the athleticism that is definitely needed. They have enough veterans in Steph, Klay, Draymond Green, Kevon Looney is also a vet now. DiVincenzo is only his first year, but he is a veteran when it comes to playing in the NBA. So there are a lot of players that can definitely teach him a thing or two and what it's like playing in the playoffs and also winning a championship game. So I do think Andrew Wiggins has done a great job and really set the stepping stone for what this team needs, and now Kaminga has the spot to actually fill that. The third is that Jordan Poole needs to become a main scorer. Now, as you all know, Andrew Wiggins was a huge part of this team, and Andrew Wiggins last season, throughout the whole season and also playoffs and championship, was actually the second leading scorer for this roster. So when Stephen Curry at the number one spot at scoring, then it was Andrew Wiggins, then it was Klay Thompson. Now, with Klay Thompson still here but Andrew Wiggins gone, Jordan Poole definitely needs to step up and be one of the top 3 scorers in this team. I honestly do think now that we have Steph back, Steph will be the main scorer, then you probably got Klay Thompson, and Jordan Poole definitely needs to be up there in the top 3 or 4. I do think that is very, very important ever since he has gone down as being, not being able to play. But when it comes to Jordan Poole especially, I do think it is very important for him to continue this streak that he is on and continue it with that second unit. Now, as you all know, this season Jordan Poole has been averaging 20.5 points, also 4.6 assists and 2.8 rebounds. Now, all other things are also very important. I think Jordan Poole as a whole needs to continue to lift that second unit, but I do think he definitely needs to continue to provide as much scoring as possible as he can, because losing Andrew Wiggins to this has actually taken a huge blow, especially when it comes to the efficiency of the Warriors on offense. So Jordan Poole has a huge responsibility on his shoulders, but Poole does want an opportunity like this. As you all know, he did sign a max contract just as of recent. So now I think Poole is definitely that guy, and he needs to be that guy and show the Warriors what he is capable of and show the Warriors fans what he is capable of, especially coming into playoffs and championship time.